When it comes to epitomizing friendship, no one does it better than Mr. Steve Platter. Kapetan Dragan not only sees Mr. Platter as a friend, but as a brother. Since they first met during the war, the two have forged an unbreakable bond. Mr. Platter, a US citizen, has lobbied hard both in the US and in Australia for Kapetan Dragan's release. He has met with some of Australia's premier politicians, including former Minister for Home Affairs, Mr. Bob Davis. He is also a significant donor to the Kapetan Dragan Fund, and for someone who initially had no affiliation with the Serbian community, he has become a proven friend of the Serbs. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Platter.
Good evening, everyone. It's been 3.5 very trying years that so many of us have been fighting this good fight. As you can tell, those of you who don't know me, that from my accent, I am American. I've been a friend of Dragan since about 1992. I am not Serbian, nor of any Serbian heritage, but that didn't stop him from making a friend of an American during the war years. I can say that it's not always easy being Dragan's friend, but it's always very interesting. And Dragan I could have done without the interest over this past 3.5 years at this degree. However, what it has done for me is allowed me to meet so many of you there in Australia. And I know now that I have so many friends, and I mean friends for life, and I want to thank you all for that very, very much. Many of you have helped in this cause, and you know who you are. The list is very, very long. I can't really mention everyone, but from my friends George Bubalo and Mark Marinkovic, who started Serbs for Justice, to His Grace, Bishop Irene, who has just been such a solid rock with the press, with politicians, and has really been a great spiritual guidance, I think, for us all. To Princess Linda Karađorđević, whose visits and support came at a time when Dragan really, really needed to know that he still had that kind of support and those kinds of friends. I want to thank you all so much. To all of you who took your time and your treasure to help in this just cause, I can only thank you so much. Hvala lepo. The decision reached in this case at the full federal bench is landmark in Australia. But it's also a blow to Croatia's judicial system, and they will try everything they can to recoup their status. If there was anyone who could get this decision in this case, I knew when I first met him that it could be Cameron Jackson. Cameron, to you, please accept my sincerest thanks and admiration. All of you should be proud of yourselves. You should be proud of your people and stand tall. Uvek sam bio ponosan da kažem da sam prijatelj srpskom narodu. I nikad se nisam stideo da kažem da sam prijatelj Kapetana Dragana. For those of you who couldn't understand my horrible American accent or who don't speak Serbian, what I said was that I have always been proud to say I am a friend of the Serbian people. I have never been ashamed to say I am a friend of Kapetan Dragan. Brate I sestri, I hope to see you all soon. Enjoy. Živeli.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor I will call upon Kapetan Dragan.
Ladies and gentlemen, I truly thank you for standing by me in the past 4 years. 4 years on a death row, and that death row was real. Without any charges, convictions, or any even superficial evidence, without proof of any wrongdoing. I thank you for standing by me. There is no bitterness in me. I believe that the justice and our justice system does work. It takes a long time and some casualties may happen during that process. However, the same justice system that kept me, an innocent man by any standards, in prison with the convicted criminals for 4 long years, that same justice system has ruled that the state of Croatia has a corrupt justice system. And for that decision alone, I will be prepared to spend another 10 years in prison if it's necessary. I won't be making any long speeches. There is not much that I can tell you. You know it all. Thank you very much.
Before we commence our awards presentation, I would kindly ask those who have come here tonight on behalf of the non-attending recipients to collect their medals at the conclusion of the ceremony.
Before we commence with the handing out of the Justice Warrior medals, we would like to first mention and acknowledge one of the recipients who was unable to attend this evening, Her Royal Highness Princess Linda Karađorđević, whom Captain Dragan regards, has been and continues to be the rock of his fund. Known for her benevolence, Her Royal Highness Princess Linda Karađorđević of Serbia, the wife of the late Prince Tomislav Karađorđević, has been integral to the Captain Dragan Fund. Her involvement with the Captain Dragan Fund has helped more than 67,000 victims of the war, regardless of the nationality. The fund has also reached out to some 14,000 children, and from that figure alone, more than 2,500 never had the chance to see their fathers as they were killed before they were born. Furthermore, Her Royal Highness has always been devoted to helping Captain Dragan throughout his plight. She was visiting him in prison on many occasions and has been instrumental in lobbying for the release, including organising protests and accruing a large support base. Although she is unable to be here with us tonight, can we please put our hands together for Her Royal Highness Princess Linda Karađorđević. As many of you know, Dr. Marko Marinković, who is a recipient of the Order of Australia, is one of the longest and most active participants with the entire Serbian community. Known for his persistence and diligence, he has played an intrinsic role in so many projects, campaigns and causes for the Serbian people that the list would be too long to traverse in one night. Captain Dragan once said that Dr. Marko Marinković stands head and shoulders above the rest. He has been Captain Dragan's pillar throughout his terrible ordeal and has been the largest individual donor for his case. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Marko Marinković.